When is it a good time to do a video? When is it a good time to go live on your social media channels? What to talk about? How to do it even? This is a question a lot of you ask when we do our social media trainings. And the answer is very simple. It's now. The time is now when it feels right for you. And I remember one of my first social media conferences in 2019. There was a lady called Vicky who was talking about live videos and how to do it. And she got asked this question as well. What's the best time, Vicky, to go and do a live on your feed? And she said, when it feels right, when the time feels right. So I thought I'll come in today and just do a very spontaneous video and share with you what's going on in the Be Social world. There's a lot going on and happening, as many of you might have noticed. And I thought it's a good time. I felt this is the right time to share what's going on behind the scenes. So I'm integrating a new line basically called, well, I'll reveal that later. It's basically a new line along my social media training services and the coaching, what really focuses on personal development. And it's not been an easy task or a job or an easy way to find my way through this. And I was struggling a lot. I was really stuck with it. And finally, it feels like it all clarified, and now I'm able to, put it out there and really own it and talk about it and bring it to you. Because I've been doing this basically in the past few years already. It just happened all behind the scenes, and it was not something I talked too much about publicly because I just simply didn't find the words to express what it means and how I feel these two come together. So, yeah, how does social media marketing and personal development, kind of black and white, come together? Something that can be so superficial and fake at times and, missing a lot of connection and presence with something that is really deep. It's all about presence, connecting, feeling inside of you what feels good and what you're aligned with. How can you bring these two topics together? And that's been my journey in the last few years. It all started in 2019 actually. Yeah, I still remember that time. I was really stuck. I just simply could not align myself anymore with the digital marketing scene, the social media scene. I felt like it's not me. It didn't feel right. It's like when you try on a coat and it feels like it's super tight and you can't catch your breath in it. Like you want to button up and it's like, just cracking open on your chest. So that's how it felt like. I was really stuck, and I wrote more about it in my blog. You might want to have a look at that if you want to know the details. But basically the whole feeling I had is I was not aligned, I was stuck, I was almost ready to quit. And I love this stuff. I love social media trainings. I really believe in how it can bring people together and how businesses promote themselves and get out there, get the messages out there, get you visible so you can share your cool stuff, your products and services with the world and the people who need to know about it so they can come into your business and you can have a mutually benefiting partnership basically. But the ways, the tools, the techniques everyone was basically doing around me in my industry and the way people were taught to social media market, if that's even a term, somehow started to be really not in line with what I thought was right for me. I didn't like the way all this fear-based marketing came into life. I didn't align myself with all those clickbaits, like, okay, I'm just gonna do an offer now, and there's a deadline for it, and there's a cap, there is a limited number of people who can enter, and if you don't commit by tomorrow, 12 o'clock, your life is basically screwed. You miss out, you're done. And many of you know these techniques work. I mean, so many times I bought into these, and sometimes it worked really well because I was really aligned with what I was looking for and what they could offer. So that was a perfect match. But many times I felt like, oh, I wish I never went into this. And even though I made the buy, I clicked and I bought and the conversion happened for the business, I just came out from this with a bad taste in myself, in a like, you know, this mouth taste that doesn't feel good, like when you eat something bad, or yeah, this pure discomfort, like yuck, like this doesn't feel good. And being a business owner and someone who markets her services, I would never want this kind of stuff to happen to my customers and clients, and I would never want to go through that feeling myself again, ever again, if I could choose, you know. And now I pick really well because I found my space in this world, how I do it and where I do it and who I do it with, and I respond to something that feels aligned with me, and I try to do that myself. I try to walk the talk, and hopefully it works. But this is where it all started. I just couldn't align myself with all this manipulative, inhuman approach of digital marketing and social media marketing and extracting people out of the platforms. And yeah, it felt really wrong. So I was looking for tools to get myself unstuck, because I believed still in what I was doing, and I knew inside of me that there's another way, that I can feel integral about what I do and connect with the right people and don't have to feel bad about it or yuck about it, how I do this. Actually, I can feel really good about how I do it and who I do it with. So I knew that there's inside of me this place that knew, this intuition, this gut feeling, you know, the gut feeling. The gut feeling is always there. So I listened to it and I went after it, and I was looking for tools to get myself unstuck. And this is how I basically came across this technique that I'm now bringing into my services, along this very personal development focused aspect of the new offerings, because I tested it, I tried it, it worked really well for me. And if I can just bring it to one person and it will help you, you know, that's going to be great. And that's something I really believe in. So Be Social is evolving, Be Social is expanding, and there's some new elements to it. I call them Be You and Be True. And it's a beautiful way of putting my own journey into a perspective. And I wanted to share a little bit about this today with you, how it evolved. So Be Social started with me feeling a need and a call to help businesses, local businesses, promote themselves with the social media platforms. I just knew about this tool. I felt it's a really powerful tool, and I felt like the businesses that I came across at that time of my life were not really utilizing it or not knowing about the potential, what it could mean for them and what it could offer for them. And I had these skills to get visible. I'm really good at it. I knew how it works. And that's a whole other story, like how I got into this theme. But I knew how important it is to show others what you can do, because otherwise no one buys a secret, right? And there are really good techniques and ways to do that and promote something so you can have more impact. And businesses are here for the impact, right? We're here to make impact. So I launched Be Social, and it was all about social media trainings and social media marketing. And as the time evolved and I started working with more and more businesses, doing a lot of trainings, a lot of workshops, hundreds of people coming through, and you know, I started seeing patterns. You know, this feeling when you do something for a longer time, you practice it, you iterate it, and you start seeing the patterns, recurring themes, like, yeah, this is here and this is there. So I was very conscious of those, and of course, at the same time, I was already very involved in personal development. It's been always a big part of my life, and I was just seeing, you know, connection there. It was not a coincidence, of course. Like, you know, things mirror back to you when you're ready to see them. That's what I believe in. And they brought me a lot of insights. I started looking at social media as a very different way, a very different perspective, very different tool. It was basically helping me mirror back my own stuff and society. It was just a beautiful reflection of how our modern society works and what is driving people and what is behind the scenes, not on the surface. I started to really get tired of the surface, of the superficial stuff, the fake it till you make it stuff. I've been there and it was just so tiring. Like, I got burned out almost. So I didn't want to go back there. But I knew that there's something in there. How could you do this in a way that doesn't have to feel like hard work? Or like, it doesn't have to feel like, oh, you're doing this for others. Or to check the box, tick the box and have something that is kind of accomplished and approved and validated from someone else. So I started asking deeper questions after that. Okay, like, I could do this for others, but what if I did it the way that it resonated with me? How would my world look like and how would it feel like if I could market from a place, and not even market from a place, but find that space in me where I'm aligned, what really feels right and good, like, that yummy feeling inside of you, like that juicy feeling, like, yeah, it's good. It's like, it's not, it's like, it's yum. And do my business from that kind of space. Do my life actually from that kind of space. Relate to people from that kind of space. Well, it was a game changer. It was a big game changer for me. Game changer. So that's when the BU aspect came in, and that's kind of a cliche, BU, like everyone else has taken. We all know that, like authenticity, being authentic. So many words that are so commonly and widely used and loved, and also very overused. So I had like my reservations around this as well. And then somehow I opened the lid to the Pandora's box, and so a whole new perspective in there. That was a big journey, a big personal development journey for me as well. And then I realized that there's an even deeper aspect, the be true. And this is where, the visibility kind of links the two together. And this is how social media marketing and the personal development work links for me. The black and the white, I find kind of the colors in between, or the colors of the rainbow. And basically that's through the word visibility, because visibility can mean a lot of things. Visibility, from the original thing that I started with Be Social, was purely important for visibility for the outside. Put yourself out there, get out in the world, push your brand, raise awareness so people know about you, they hear about your messages, what you have to offer, so they can come to you. You put it out there, people will come, they'll respond. If there's no message out there, they won't come because they won't know about it, right? So that's why you have to put yourself out there. So it's marketing for the outside, getting visible for the outside, like you're on the stage of the world and let's see you. Let me see you. Let you show yourself to the world. But somehow I found that this can feel really fake and too self-bragging, promoting type of stuff. If there's no depth behind it, it's like, that's why many of you just feel all these platforms are fake, and it's like, oh, the good stuff you see there and the smiles and it's like and then you start like feeling like your jaws are really getting tense because you're just smiling or faking. Well, that was my experience, at least. So then the personal development work came in, where you can find the depth. I could find the depth and look at visibility from a very different angle. Visibility from a different angle. Visibility not for the outside. Visibility not for the outside. But from the inside. Yeah. To see what is good and true and me. For me, what resonates deep inside of me, so I can feel genuine about it. I don't have to perform for others or be driven by expectations of an industry or stuff others do or the competition or all these stuff that come to you from this monkey mind, blah, 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 blah. well, yeah, so just clear that out, tune in, and feel what feels really good for me, where I am aligned, what feels right for me, where does my intuition take me, if I dare to listen to it or if I allow myself to listen to it, because it's somehow always benefiting me at the highest level from the highest perspective. And I can go for advice, I can go seek out professional, help or coaching or whatever it is, business advice, recommendations from others, but everyone is very unique. Every business is very unique. And you will have like standards and general tips, but somehow what I found and what I feel is that we all have our personal journeys, our personal experiences, what makes us into who we are today and what we are, whatever that is. And there's no one else like you, because no one else went through the exact same life path like you did. And if you can find in that space what is there to resonate with you, I hope you understand what I'm talking about. It's like, it's something deep inside of you there that knows everything. And how can you find it? What can you do to tap into that? So you can tap into your full potential and make it all visible for you from the inside, for yourself, to be very clear. That's just something fascinating and mind-blowing. And I believe once it's clear and visible, you can really start the visibility outside. Because that's when, you bring something that is super genuine, and that can be very impactful when you show that to the world. Because that's how you're going to share your gifts with the world, whether you're bringing a service, a product, or whatever you're bringing to the world, a message, your purpose, your life purpose. Do you have a life purpose? All these cool questions that you can ask. So yeah, that's my story and how I found the link between visibility to the outside and to the inside connect. And this is where I feel social media marketing, getting ourselves educated on the social media platforms, how they work, and of course the tech is very important part to it, the technology, the profile optimizations, the algorithm, knowing how these things behind the scenes with the technology part and the algorithm part work. But there's a huge aspect to it that is the social element, and duh, no surprise, social media is social, and it again connects back to people. People do business with people, and we are the people. So, being social with ourselves and knowing where we stand, what we are here for, who do we want to work with, who do we want to attract into our lives, what feels good for us so it can feel good with others. Wow, that's where I feel like there's something really deep there, and these two just super well connect. So be social, be you, be true. That's the new wave. And I'm going to be bringing much more of this from previously behind the scenes stuff that I didn't really talk about because I just didn't find the words for it to express. It took me my own journey to get there and make it visible, to find that place inside of me that had to be visible for me, and now it can be visible for others. And I'm really committed to walking the talk in a way and feeling good. That's really it, like feeling good about how I live, who I share my life with, and in what ways do I do it. So it can feel good, it can feel genuine, it can feel true to me and how I operate in this beautiful universe. So if you're interested in this kind of stuff, you're in a good place. I invite you to follow me, contact me, journey with me, whatever it will take or it will mean for you, whether you're gonna press a like on a social media platform and follow me and keep getting my posts in your newsfeed, whether it will mean you subscribing to my newsletters, because now I have an extended version of my newsletter where I'm gonna bring these two elements very strongly together. with a very strong focus on visibility and personal development. Whether it's gonna be you connecting with me in some kind of shape or form, or whatever it will mean. Maybe this video will ignite something and spark a flame inside of you to start asking these kind of questions that you might have been drawn to but never asked, or never saw an importance to it till now, or perhaps you didn't know how to inquire about this stuff. So, if you would like to know how it feels like to feel aligned with yourself, to feel true to what you are, and to trust your intuition and your deep inner knowing, and you allow it, you know how to allow it to make it itself be seen for you, say yes. And thank you for being here. Have a lovely day. See you on social or in real life.